Welcome back to Assertiveness. We are discussing public transport, and we've actually come full circle, I think, in terms of, we as I said earlier on, we hate to love it and we love to hate it. Sometimes we don't really have a choice. It is a need that is there, and as you said, not everyone can afford a car, and not everyone is going to get to a point where they actually afford a car. So it's kind of narrow-minded for me to even sit here and ask you, Uti, in how many years do you think you're going to get there? I think we just need to be cognizant of the fact that not everyone is ever going to be able to afford a car, and sometimes, as you said, when people can afford cars, that's not their top priority. When I first got a car, my dad said to me, in actual fact, when I finished my diploma and I started my first job, I said to my dad, I think you need to help me buy a car. And he said to me, ooh, luxury, So there are some people and families that still see having a car as a luxury, as not necessarily a big need. And I say high five to them. I would, and I probably am not the only person, would like to put it out there that I don't think I'll be able to go back to using taxis. I could use on a day if it's a matter of me getting out of my house, standing on the road, using the taxi, and then getting, But I do feel that stress of a taxi, because it can, as you said, it's a headache. But I mean, as we said, there's Uber now. So I've never really used Uber.
I have. It's amazing.
How you experience it?
It's amazing. You literally have a personal chauffeur. And it's really affordable. It's really affordable as well. So, and it's available 24/7.
That's amazing. So we actually say high five to Uber for revolutionizing. But has Uber reached our people? And when I say our people, who I mean, because I feel like it's reached us. We are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We're a different breed to the other people. Has Uber reached them?
I think it also, like all other modes, it has its target markets. Like Usipo was saying, that it's affordable, but that in itself is very relative. For some people, getting a taxi and paying 10 Rand is cheaper.
And for some, it's even expensive. Some people don't even have that 10 Rand.
So in terms of Uber, first of all, you have to have a smartphone. Not everyone has a smartphone to get the app. And you have to connect it to your card, your bank account. So it's not really accessible to everyone. So I think it has its people who it's meant for, just like all other modes of transport.
In an ideal world, what would you want your taxi experience to be like? In an ideal world?
A private car, private driver, who will only say hi to me and not try have a conversation with me. No.
I like the conversations. I think my only issue literally is the sense of power that taxi drivers think they have. Treat me as the same person that you want me to treat you. I'm telling you right now that at 11:30 I need to be there. Can we just, I'm not saying speed, but can we make it happen? It's now 10. Can we make that happen? Can I not be dropped off in the middle of nowhere and find for myself and see what I'm gonna do with my life?
Have you ever had experience with security guards?
Exactly. I think obviously we are. I really have hope that we are going to get to a society where people don't mind taking taxis. You will leave your car at home and you will take a taxi because it's a healthier way of living. I believe that we'll get to that someday. And there are little things that we can do. Humanly things, greed. And I think it's the little things that really get to me. Greed. And
don't come in there with your earphones in and act like you're walking into your private.
These are people. I feel it's an opportunity to interact with people that you will never see again, that you have just met. And it could really work. I mean, in the country that we live in.
You could find your husband in there.
I was going to say work and business and stuff, but like...
I don't know if you want to find your husband in the taxi, No,
but people have gotten married. They okay. People have.
Yeah.
And for you, Sipho, what's the ideal taxi experience?
I love the fact that I'm in a taxi with 15 people and we can have, because I don't know, my taxi experiences are really nice when, you know, a topic is shooting from the back seat to the taxi driver, and it's nice, there's an interaction and it's fun. Safety, yes, is of concern, you know, they must drive safer in a more safer way. But yeah, taxis are chilled, man. Taxis are nice. It's fun. It's nice. You interact with people. I'm one person who will rock up and greet everyone. And when everyone is just like, hi, ngiyanibulisa, hello.
Yeah,
Nkwateleni, you know, I'm interactive in a taxi. I like talking to people. I like talking to the driver. Yeah.
That's actually what I want to get into now, you know, just before we wrap up the show, is what would you say to the next taxi commuter to make your experience great? Like, I know, you know, you guys haven't touched on Nikwapa. I know it's a big thing, you know, when you walk into a taxi and it just smells like it means, you know, it smells like minced meat from last night mixed with acha and everything. Kurinje, yonkinto, you know, and I went into a taxi once to Honeydew, and there were these men who were drinking Black Label in the back seat. By Nuga Black Label, it was so chaotic. And for a child, and I mean, I'm from Bushbuckridge, you know, it's when you're new in Johannesburg, you don't really, because we speak Sepulana, so you're not really good with the language thing. So you don't know, so all you can speak is English. Now you're getting into a taxi, these people are drinking Black Label, you are speaking English, they don't give a hoot about you. They really, you literally feel alone.
I think my only advice would be for the next person is, if the taxi is 8 rand, have 8 rand.
Make sure.
If the taxi is 8 rand, have 8 rand. Done.
Why? Why do they need to have the exact amount of money?
It's more convenient for us sitting there. If everyone just has the correct amount of money, we're just passing it on to the front. We're not trying to get change. We're making it easier for the person who's in front. We're making it easier for the taxi driver to get his exact money. People come with 200 rand notes early in the morning. The taxi driver doesn't have change yet.
Dololo change.
So you're making the whole thing inconvenient for everyone. So if it's 8 rand, have 8 rand. Done.
Awesome. And you, Samsanda?
I would say take a bath. It's only nice for everybody else in the taxi when we don't know what you ate last night.
You guys have been working under the sun the whole day.
Okay,
you need to get home.
Taking a bath in the morning, construction worker, you'd have a bit of shield somewhere there. You know what I mean? Like, let's be considerate. Like, for instance, I suffer with chronic sinusitis. You know, just think of somebody like that who cannot breathe sitting right next to you, and I'm thinking, am I going to get home?
And it's a whiff. It just goes.
I can't breathe. And he is just like,
he's everywhere.
Just take a bath. Like, just be considerate. Like, once every day.
Please take a bath. Sipo?
Actually, right now, I don't care if ukezile. I really don't care if your breath stinks. I don't care. You are just another person. And this is an opportunity to engage with you, because I'm never going to meet you again.
Okay.
And, just be nice. Just be approachable. Be fun. Be willing to talk. You don't need to be a big blabbermouth, you know, and an extrovert and whatnot. Just be willing to, Sawabona, how's your day? Cool, sharp. You know, there you get to a taxi, Sawabona, and she's like, I put angnigan ngama number one.
Like, where is Benga Mina? You're not crying.
You know, calm down. So it's one of those things.
But both trying to get out of this situation.
Be nice, yeah. Just be nice. That's all.
Be nice. So those are your closing words. Everybody who takes public transport, just be nice. You don't know the next person's struggle. You know, guys, thank you so much for coming through and having this great discussion about public transport. Well, more about Amateksi more than public transport. But I like the fact that we touched on the How train, we touched on Uber, you know, we touched on SAA, but we didn't touch on it because our people are not really there yet. We can't just be just touching on SAA like it's an everyday thing.
It's actually one of the best airlines in the world.
It really is. For somebody who's been privileged enough to use it, it really is. So all in all, South Africa's public transport system is not so bad. There are interventions that are being made by private companies, by the government that are, I mean, My City Bus in Tshwane has come through, you know, BRT, when it eventually, when we find the tender money that somebody weekile, you know, we can get BRT up and running and
Babzwan.
e-tolls, and when people get to a point where they actually start paying their e-tolls, and you know, the government is able to fund our roads, and we can get better road infrastructure, so that taxi drivers also nabo, they can feel like because that for them, it is their little, it's a little palace, and they're the kings of the roads, you know, so we need to give them that special treatment. It's okay, guys, I sharp. Again, thank you very much for coming through. You guys have been amazing guests. You guys, your contributions are like value does not even attach to it, so I'm not even going to try and attach it. You at home, thank you very much for joining us once again. It is Assertiveness, and if you're not assertive, you really just can't sit with us.